Kind of along those lines, do you think that the current wave of psychedelic advocates really understand the gravity of what they're handling?
That's a tough question, one I've never been asked before. We, of course, are seeing mainstreaming where lots of people are coming in, lots of new names. You see the enthusiasm that's kind of ascribed to Christianity in a way, and the early Christians shouted from the rooftops. People become very enthusiastic. So one has to be careful about newbie bias, if you will. Things settle down after a number of psychedelic experiences, 6 months or a year or so later. One gains a greater perspective, perhaps becomes more moderated in one's view. I see a number of opportunists entering the field. I worry about the monetization protocols of it all. I realize people have to make a living and all that. I'm happy to see about ceremonial use. I think that's probably a great thing when we had to hide, which is the last 50 years. Ceremonial use, if it existed at all, was, of course, very quiet. Now ceremonial use is becoming far more public, and it's on the net, and retreats popping up all over the world, and single individuals administering 5-hydroxy to every couple of hours to a new individual all over the world in small groups. Psilocybin therapists, often self-proclaimed, hosting ceremonies. And I think that it's good that it's proliferating. And it's good that the therapists are, by and large, good-hearted and experienced and treating their patients carefully. But it is an interesting phenomenon to see the shift from, in the old days, if you wanted to turn a person on, here's a bag of mushrooms. Go and may it treat you well. Walk into the forest. And off they would go with a friend or someone experienced and do that sort of thing. Now it's, if you want this substance, then we will administer it to you, and we're going to have a sound bath and a lecture about the properties of it. And you're going to lie upon the floor, possibly close your eyes with mask and so forth, also to music. It's going to be a very pleasant afternoon, and from that one may gain insight and may be very helpful. So the structure surrounding the administration of these materials has changed radically. And for the most part, I think for the good, because of the intentional use. We're going to go in this extraordinary experience and fix something. We want to learn something about the reasons for our smoking. We want to learn something about the difficulties in our human relationships. That's far better than simply say, let's pop a pill and go down at the Fillmore. But then again, there's a sense of freedom in letting the individual discuss or describe or to explore on their own without any guidance, without any instruction, without any control, without any substantial fee for the entire ceremony. Just trust in the innate properties of the material and trust into the friendship circles of experienced individuals that can walk with the individual in the forest.